And we're just a few technical things. Okay. So let's see who's here today for class. Layla. Only Layla. Welcome, Layla. If you are watching now, why don't you say hello? There's a few other people here. And usually students come a little late, but that's okay. So Layla asks, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. Layla, I've been very busy. And you look so funny in this thumbnail. Yeah. I tried to be funny in the thumbnail. Shapur, hey man, how's it going? If you guys got any English questions, excuse me, let me know. Nice to see you again, Robin. Well, we saw each other Wednesday, Thursday, not too long ago. I've been just staying home and doing work. I just do work and exercise. That's it. Okay, Layla. When I was walking, I started thinking of you. When I was walking, I started about you. Hey, sleepwalker and Inam. Scared photo or scary? I think you want to use the adjective scary. Tammy, hello. I'm just figuring out Layla's sentence here. What did you forget a word in the second sentence, Layla? Let's take a look. When I was walking, I started thinking of you. When I was walking, I started about you. Well, I'm going to change it all to say while I was walking. I think your question is, I started thinking about you, or I started thinking of you. You could use both. While I was walking. So Layla, I don't know if that answers your question, but hopefully that's what you're looking for. Hello, Lolly Lolly. Did you do your homework? Utami Madi, long time no see. Yes, a very long time. Not too long. And Iskander Matt, good night, my teacher. Well, Iskander, let's go to the board for this one. Now, if you meet someone in evening time is nighttime, but we should use good evening. Good evening is the greeting. Good night is when you are leaving your friends or going to bed. All right, good night is not a greeting. That means goodbye, I'm going home, or I'm going to sleep. So a greeting, like hello, are good morning, good afternoon, good evening. But good night is kind of not a greeting. Now, what's the difference between till and until? That's the same thing. Till and until are the same. Till is just a short for same thing. Till and until. I'm not going to make it confusing. Just same thing. Some people say till, some people say until. Hey, Fanny and Kishore. Good evening. Yes. When I say I will ask you something, that means I want you to do something. Nope. I will ask you something means I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to do something for me. I would say I'm going to ask you to do something for me. Oh, lots of people coming in. Yeah, if you got English questions, you can ask me. Inam, what is the difference between those and these and its uses? Inam, I answered your question last week. Same as this and that. These markers I'm touching. And then those markers I'm not touching. They're a little bit farther away, those. But I'm touching these. Those. Here, let me move my chat over here so I'm looking at the camera. Yeah, get your questions in if you have anything. Kishore, what's the difference between sometimes and sometime? Well, that's a little more complicated because there's actually three that you should talk about. And Kishore, I'm not going to answer that question. It's a little bit complicated. I need a lot of examples. So Kishore, I promise you in a future video I will talk about that. But that's a little more complicated. I don't have that much time now. Or maybe later. We'll see how it goes. Because there's three of those and it can get confusing and I need to write many examples. Bishnu Aprati. Hey, Win. Hey, Bishnu. Everyone's scared of that picture. I don't know. The thumbnail picture. Layla, I think there is some problem with YouTube or in my Wi-Fi. Yeah, my stream health is pretty good. No problems here. Can you ever hire a male secretary? If you want, can you pronounce secretary? Secretary. Secretary. Wayne, what kind of tickets are hop-on, hop-off tickets? Hop-on and hop-off are bus tickets. So if you're traveling, for example, to London in England, and you want to take a tour of London, and you want to tour by bus, well, there's, I think every major city has hop-on, hop-off bus tickets, which means there's a special bus, tour bus, and you pay one fee. I don't, every city is different. Let's say $10. You pay $10 and you get the bus pass, and you can get on and get off that bus as many times as you want. So the bus route, you go along the bus route, and if you want to get off and look around for an hour and then get back on the bus, those are hop-on, hop-off tickets. Layla, I need to hold your hand to go up the escalator. Yeah, that's correct. Kishore, sir, please tell. Since for. I teach this once a week for 20 years. Seems like it. And let's do it here very quickly. This will be a quick one. All right, I don't know if you could read that. If you're watching on your phone, that's a little small. Since and for. Since is always a specific time, and for is a duration. So I have been doing this live stream since 10th. Well, this is my time, 10:30 p.m. For how long have I been doing this for? All right. So there's a difference of since and for. Since, very specific time. For is the duration, 11 minutes. Maria Annis. Hello, Robin. How to learn English fast and smartly? Well, stay away from teachers that promise you fast fluency, like 6 months or whatever. I'm a reading teacher, so I don't think studying grammar is the key to English. I think a lot of reading will help you. Reading books, comic books, internet articles, anything you like to read, you read that every day, and that'll help your English. Listening, YouTube is great for listening. Stay away from, I suggest stay away from classrooms and stay away from course books. Start getting into real English. And you got to do that every day. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking every day. If you're not doing that every day, you're not going to improve. So, Maria, you got to do that every day. There's no quick way. It takes a lot of time and effort. But I have been a teacher for 20 years, and I've seen a lot of students put in a lot of time and effort, and they speak very well, very fast, considering the amount of time and effort they put. I've seen a lot of students who do not put time and effort, and they never get better. They always look for the quick way. Hey, there's no quick way. Layla, when I asked someone this question, did you ever want to marry? Is it considered a sensitive question? Yeah, it could be. But I'm going to fix up your question. Have you ever wanted to marry? That's a better question. Layla, at last he had to sell his farm, but even this didn't bring him in money enough to pay his debts. Is it possible to come but with even together and when? Whoa. Let's check. But even, yeah, that's possible. Prakar, hi Robin. Nowadays, David active in your group. Wow, that's interesting. Which David are you talking about? I know many Davids. The smart David? I'm checking my group right now. All right, yeah, the smart David. He's a VIP. Good to see him there. Lolly, the policeman gave me a ticket and the policeman gave me a fine. Same meaning, yes. Yes, a ticket and a fine usually mean the same thing. At last he had to sell his farm. I want to make sure if at last is the same thing. Well, not always, but this case, yeah, I'm going to say yes most of the time. Sure, I've been here since yesterday, or I have been here since yesterday. I have. Syed, you look so funny. Win, can I say unity in this case? Their daughters who got married usually come to them and chat every single week. I don't know this. Unity? I'm not sure what you mean in that example sentence. Unity. No, they are united? I'm not sure, Win. Can you change the question? Live stream is buffering. Here, I'm going to try to fix it. Wait a moment, guys. I think I know what's happening. I put my video quality, I think, too high. Oh, I can't change. All right, well, I think I know why it's buffering a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't fix that right now, but I promise you next video I can. Doesn't let me change my settings this video. Yeah, I'm talking about Smart David. All right, that's good. And oh, I'm caught up on the questions. Suddenly, it's like nobody is here. Bishnu. How do you pronunciation that? I don't know what that word is. That's not an English word. So, higher secondary school? You mean higher? You mean high school? That looks like a word from India, so I don't know how to pronounce that. Bishnu, I don't speak Hindi. Layla, I want to know if I use makeup. Makeup has many meanings, probably in this sentence. If I did something wrong to you, I want to make it up to you. So yeah, you're using it correctly, but I want to make it up to you. We need the to you. I want to make it up 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 to you. Ragachakua? Vishnu, I don't know how to pronounce that. Layla, when I invite someone to dinner at my home, then that person says, "Thank you for having me." What should I respond? Thank you for having. Oh, my pleasure. Say, my pleasure. Come back anytime. Layla, he owned large fields. Year after year, his crops failed. What is the difference between field and failed in pronunciation? Field, failed. Field, failed. His crops failed. He owned large fields. field. Fail, field, fail. Field, failed. UK Android, how long will this corona pandemic last? 1 year? What do you think, UK Android? I say 1 year. Utami, sorry, Ram, may I ask something? That's why we're here. Ask any question. When to use has, had, has been, have been, and had been? I'm still confused. Well, Hutami, you're asking, that's a very complicated question. And I can't spend 5-10 minutes on one question, but I will send you to one of my videos with so you want to do it step by step because there's so many grammar forms. You're asking so many different grammar forms, Utami, and I don't want to spend 5-10 minutes teaching grammar. So one of my teachers, Esther, she started with the have a has. Watch that video and you'll be perfect on have has and the had. And then you can go on to the other grammar tenses. But I just don't have time to teach so many grammar tenses, Hutami. I would love to help you, but that's not something I can do in 5 minutes. That's not something I can do in 10 minutes. My thoughts and prayers are with the families and their families. When do native speakers use this? Usually when there is some terrorist attack or some disaster or some school shooting. You know, when something bad happens and a lot of people die, then you would say that. Layla, she was too busy making money for other people to take the time to make more out of the money she making. Nope. Make more out of the money is the expression. Make more out of the money. UK Android. I think it will last 2 years plus. Well, UK Android, certainly within a year, we will probably have you can get the vaccination. So I think in the wealthy countries who will get the vaccination fast, it'll finish within a year. Maybe there'll be some unlucky countries that do not get the vaccination fast, but I'm sure we will be back to normal soon. UK Android. After that, it will be a routine virus like the flu. The coronavirus is already a routine virus, from what I heard. Last year there was coronavirus, and the year before that there's some coronavirus. So it's already a common virus. Well, who knows? I'm just an English teacher. I'm not a doctor, UK Android. Wayne, what's isolation ship problem? I don't know what isolation ship. I'm checking isolationship. So that seems to be a new word. The deep sense of connection to self and housemates developed after long periods of social distancing. I don't really understand the word. There's another meaning. Long or short distance relationship between two people kept apart due to shelter. I'm not sure the meaning of that about isolationship. I'm going back. I mean, all family members meet, discuss problems, and chat at their parents' home every week. What is it called in English? I don't know. Just, there's no word for that. Just meeting and talking with your family. Win. I don't have a secret word that helps you explain that. Maybe isolationship? I don't know. That's a strange one for me. See, Win, let me think. I mean, all family members meet, discuss problems. I don't know. I'm thinking, but I can't help you, Win. All right, I gotta move on. Vishnu, thank you. Oh, wait. People expect a lot from me. People expect a lot of me. Is there a difference between? There could be. People expect a lot from me. Means I have to do many things for other people. I have to help a lot. And people expect a lot from me. They expect me to do many things. They expect a lot from me. They expect me to give a lot. And they expect a lot of me. They expect me to do a lot. Sarah and I had talked about money. I've always wanted her to get more involved with it, learn how to invest it. When do we use this get more involved with? Well, if you're giving someone advice, you should get more involved with your friends. You should get more involved with your finances. You should get more involved with your classmates. You're just giving a suggestion that someone gets a deeper connection to something. Prakar, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson tested positive for the novel coronavirus. What is... Oh! As I'm reading, you deleted it. Something about Canada. I haven't lived in Canada for 20 years, and I don't think the Canadian health system is... Well, the Canadian health system is good, but I think it's not great. So here in Korea, I think Korea has a better health system than Canada. If that's what you're asking, Prakar, I'm not sure. And Layla, after careful contemplation, she decided to leave her current place to start a new job. Contemplation. And the question you should ask, Prakar, is have you heard about it? Have you heard about it? So, yeah, Why you keep deleting your messages, Prakar? I'm here to help you. If you don't have a perfect message, that's okay. Win. Robin, I can't understand every other voice and pronunciation who aren't native speakers. What should I do? You mean you can only understand native speakers? Well, Wayne, you have to try and get an international ear. The world is not just Americans and British people. People speak English in every country in the world, so you gotta be able to understand different kinds of pronunciation, especially if they aren't native speakers. Most people who speak English in the world are not native speakers. For me, some accents are difficult for me to understand, but I do my best. When I was in the UK, I went to the doctor a few times in the UK. I didn't like the UK health system. But anyway, Prakar, you got to say, have you heard about it? Have you heard about it? Not do you listen about it? Have you heard about it? Have you heard? Boris Johnson got coronavirus. And what is your health experience, UK? I didn't like the UK health experience. Layla, I watched anxiously as Robin read my letter. I was waiting anxiously when Robin came to meet me. Did I use anxiously properly? Yes, you did. Anxiously. I think I answered Win's questions. Did I answer your questions, Win? If not, ask me again. Anxiously. Layla, it's not really out of control yet, but so far so good. I want to make sure if so far so good means but something is going well until now. Yeah. So far so good. All yeah, until now everything is good. Shapur, how many percent, what percent of English native speakers use idioms and slang in their daily routine of speaking? Ooh, probably 100% use slang and idioms every day. Same as your language. Your language has idioms and slang, and people use them every day. 100%. I try not to use them so much on my live streams, but when I'm speaking to other native speakers, I'm going to use idioms and slang. Anxiously. Layla wants to know the pronunciation. Anxiously. 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 I watched anxiously. I was waiting anxiously. Oh, you got the dab. Are these new emoticons? Oh, there's a sanitizer. Okay. Oh. Okay. I usually don't use those because I'm old. I think anxiously means to worry. Well, let's go to the dictionary. The Oxford Learner's Dictionary. Let's type in anxiously. And that's what it says in Oxford Dictionary. I can't beat that. Wait for me a while until I cook my dinner, then I will go to you. Wait me a while. No, wait for me. Oh, okay. No, no, no. Here, let me see if I can help you, Layla. Wait, well, you need wait for me. Wait for me a while, even. Wait for me. No, I can't make a sentence out of that. I can't think right now. Try again, Layla. Win. I can't buy hand sanitizer here. Well, there's lots of hand sanitizer in Korea. Easy to buy masks, hand sanitizer here. Layla, could I say my face looks like Indian face? That might be a sentence you would use. Some people say I look Indian. What is where do you get all these expressions? I do not know. I gotta check that. What is aging hippie old? What is that? Aging. Oh, he's an aging hippie? Okay. Anyone who's aging is getting older. So I'm aging. I'm getting older. So I'm an aging teacher. I'm an aging man. So an aging hippie is a hippie. And there, I'll put a link. Those are aging hippies. Layla, I'm really confused how to use until and even. So I tried to write that sentence. Maybe you need to see more examples of that before you start writing that. And let me go back. I don't know what kind of structure you're trying to make. Here's a sentence using until and even. It's very complicated. He seldom shaves. Seldom. Shapur, what's your idea about how we can learn better idioms or slang? Do you have any idea about it? For idioms and slang, reading or watching TV and movies in English. You should also ask, or you should also add phrasal verbs, because idioms, slang, phrasal verbs, it's best to learn this as they're being used. So TV, movies, and books. That's where you're going to learn idioms, slang, and phrasal verbs. You can't really learn idioms and slang, learn and use them properly just by reading a book. So it's kind of advanced stuff, Shapur, so you really need to be immersing yourself in the culture, listening, reading, and hearing the slang, idioms, and phrasal verbs. You have always been nice to me. The first sentence is wrong. The second sentence is correct. You have always been nice to me. Hiba Mansawar Sur. Hello, Robin. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Oh, gaunt. Gaunt? I forgot to answer gaunt. Gaunt. How do you pronounce that?
Gaunt. Gaunt.
Gaunt. Gaunt. She was thin and gaunt. Gaunt. Thin and gaunt. I have been so startled by Robin seeing at the store. Well, your sentence. I've been so startled by Robin seeing at the store. I'm not sure I understand the sentence. Could I say shocked instead of startled? You could. They don't mean the same thing. Jacob, hello, he meant. And Hiba, I have a problem with pronunciation. Pronunciation, really, Hiba? I think most students think they have a problem with pronunciation, but I don't think they do. Jacob, sorry I couldn't be on time. No worries, Jacob. But this is not a 5 hours live stream. I'm going to finish up in about 10 minutes. So get any questions you have. Get your questions in. Well, only English in the chat room, guys. So how can we fix Hiba's pronunciation? Well, you got to join WhatsApp, join my groups, and hopefully I can talk to you. Have you lent something to someone and they didn't it back? You're forgetting a word, and they didn't give. You need the key word there is give. They didn't give it back. Sure. Money. Layla, by the way, when you did those irregular live streams, you gave us extra time to chat to you and to answer more questions. I was glad for that. I won't take it for granted. Yes, I know you appreciate that, Layla, but not many people appreciated that. Prakar, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. You sound like the perfect YouTuber, Prakar. Hiba, can you make video about pronunciation? I made lots of videos about pronunciation. On my other channel. Where's the... There's the link. There you go. I made all those videos on pronunciation. Jacob, is there any difference? You need the noun form between cry, yes, yell, and scream. Yeah, cry. Cry can also be a shout. Ah, so it's a negative word. Maybe pain or upset. Yell is similar, but yell is anger. Anger. And scream, you're scared. So when we make these noises, cry, you're in pain, yell, you're angry, and scream, you're scared. Layla, finally she was taking action. Taking action means doing something. Take action. You do something positive. Doing something positive. So she needs to control her destiny. She needs to take action. Do something positive. Layla, we go off. Yeah, we go away to see the tigers there. So yes. When the first person spreading COVID-19 is, okay, let's fix up this sentence a little bit. When the first person, let's use the infinitive to spread COVID-19 visited a village. The first person to spread COVID-19 visited the first person to spread COVID-19 visited a village near my city. There you go, win. Layla, are you going to do other irregular live streams soon? Probably not, Layla. I just tried them out last week to see what happens, but not much happens, so I can't do those. How long is the race? 1, it's 10 kilometers. 2, it's a 10-kilometer race. What's the difference between 1 and 2? Number 2, you should use a hyphen like this. And 10 kilometer is an adjective in the second one. 10 kilometer, that's an adjective. Hiba, what is the difference between all and each? Well, Hiba, we use all in so many ways. We use each in so many ways. Sometimes they might mean the same thing, but depending on the sentence, depending on the tense, depending on the situation, there's so many ways. I cannot think. Hiba, bring in one or two examples and I'll tell you the difference. But, you know, there's so many ways we can use all and each. Let's see if there's a quick way. I don't think there's a quick way. Well, I'll give you the basic way. All means everything, and each means one. So all is the group, and each. So if I have three things, all of them, and then if I just want to talk about each is just one of them. But there's more meanings. So all is the group, each is individual. Could you correct my sentence? Okay, Layla, after... We don't want to use after so long. Usually we say after waiting so long. My sister finally received her new car that I told you about. So that's something a native speak. After waiting so long, my sister finally received her new car that I told you about. Jacob, sir, there are some words in English, if we use them single, it has a meaning, but if we join another word with it, meaning gets changed. Why? Jacob. Oh, okay, you got an example, like get and get off. Those are called phrasal verbs, Jacob. So phrasal verbs, very complicated. What was you? Get on, get in, get off, get through. Hundreds more. They all have different meanings. Very different meanings. So Jacob, that's usually for you use phrasal verbs is something you got to learn slowly. Takes a long time. And Hiba, I love all family or I love each family. All right. So your family is going to be a group. Family is a group. And you would say, I love all my family. I love all my family. There you go. You have an example sentence. I can help you right away. Or you could say, I love each family member. I love each family member as an individual. The group or individual member. Jacob, how do we use off? Off can have so many meanings. It could be the main meaning is the light is on, the light is off. Power on, power off. But there's so many other ways to use off, Jacob. Soon enough, a baby girl called Jane was born. What? Soon enough. That's a little awkward. Where did you see that? soon enough. All right, well, I'm going to go to the dictionary. Let's go to Oxford Dictionary. Because you're asking, let's type in soon enough. It's not in there. No. It is in the Cambridge Dictionary. So definition of soon enough, no later than needed or just soon. That's what the dictionary says. I don't use the expression soon enough. I guess I do not in the way you have it in example. I use soon enough. Just soon, Layla. Soon. Layla, oh Robin, I really like those irregular live streams. At that time we could talk to you. Yeah, I know, but those were too long. Oh, you read it in the audiobooks. Okay. Just think of it as soon. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up in a few minutes. Get any last questions or comments? Any last questions or comments? Jacob, you should have called me. No. You should have called me. I would have paid. The second sentence I don't understand. I would have paid you before you caught me to a police. I'm not sure what that means. Caught you to police. Man, should I study audiobooks? Sure, try one out. I don't have any links to audiobooks, but try them out. Hiba, do you like Moroccan tea or do you like tea Moroccan? We want to say Moroccan tea because Moroccan is the adjective. Tea is the noun. We want to put the adjective before the noun. Red car. Happy children. Moroccan tea. Layla, so you will do the next live stream on Sunday? Yes, Layla. Lolly is here. All right, Lolly, thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to go offline now. Keep studying English, and I'll be back. Maybe I might come back before Sunday. I don't know. I have no schedule. Oh, my collar is up. Anyway, keep studying English until then, and I'll see you in the future, guys. So take care. All right, thank you, guys. Bye.